Hey everybody, how's it going? First of all, really quick, Pope Leo, in case y'all never thought about it, the name Leo comes from the word, usually short for lion, like a Latin, it's like Latin based, means lion, so the Pope is a cat, essentially. Just want to throw that out there. I thought it was pretty humorous when everybody found out that the next Pope is a cat. It's just funny to me, man. It doesn't stop. I don't know what that means. Who cares? Anyway, I wanted to get into. I hadn't made a video in a while. Well, I hadn't made a recording in a while because I've been working so much. Just like zero energy, like no motivation, you know. But I can talk about a few things real quick. So it's the day before Mother's Day, so more than likely the day before Mother's Day, so more than likely I'm gonna release this on Mother's Day. But we'll see how that goes. I'll edit it tonight. But so people, the behavior, I made a video maybe I think it was about 2 years ago, where I talked about Mother's Day versus Father's Day and the difference between that. And it's like night and day, right? And it's super busy during Mother's Day. It may as well be Valentine's Day cranked up. Like, I don't know which is worse. I think they're about even, like slightly below Christmas in terms of like people acting nuts, and that's what it is. And on the surface level, kind of the first grade truther is like, oh, it's capitalism, right? It's all about consumerism, all about capitalism. Yeah, that has a little bit to do with it, but it has very little to do with it, because the consumerism is just a symptom of deeper spiritual issues, psychological issues. When I say spirit, I'm talking about the mind, okay? Anytime I talk about spirit or the soul, I'm talking about this. I'm talking about psychology. I'm talking about the mind. I'm talking about, the pathology that we all experience from our parents, especially the mother. All of your mothers, every single one of you, have this issue. And a lot of people will, again, normie frequency kind of explanation of Mother's Day is like, why is it so busy, or whatever. And the normie on the download would say, oh, it's just people love their mommies so much, right? And the first grade truther will say, no, it's about consumerism. Maybe even the graduate, fresh out of high school, what's it called? Truther would be, I don't know, what would they say? I mean, maybe it's presumptuous of me to say that I'm beyond the graduation in a way, because I definitely don't think like a first grade truther or whatever. I don't know what I'd be considered. Maybe it's presumptuous of me to make a claim that I'm beyond K through 12 when it comes to the truther or whatever, but I don't even consider myself in that circle at all, in a way. So here's what I think, and y'all already, if y'all been listening to my channel for a while, Mother's Day isn't about loving your mommies, isn't about love for the mother. This is all about fear. And with fear comes kind of like a false worship, a false covenant. And I got through watching Silence of the Lambs last night. I paid attention sort of to it. I was kind of jacking around on my phone while my wife was watching it. But a few things caught my attention. I found the performances very, very entertaining. Clarice is like, man, the character Clarice, the main character, that lady, that policewoman. You know what though, real quick? My first thought when I was watching this, because the movie starts with the character Clarice in like training as an FBI agent, where she's out, with a punching bag, with one of those shield bags or whatever they're called, and the guy's like punching her, right? Probably taking it easy on her, just because she's a woman, right? And the first thing I thought to myself, oh my God, this is a movie for chicks. I never really realized it. These movies are for women, because women love this kind of shit. This serial killer kind of fucking slop, like This is a chick flick. And I realized that the moment I saw this Clarice character trying to be like the guys, you know what I mean? Trying to have this weird false authority throughout the movie. I realized, I was like, oh my God, this is for women. This is for stupid women who want to believe that they're equal to men. And this is just a symptom of that. But a lot of these movies are like designed to trick women into thinking they can be this other thing. This FBI super cop, right? Where she just solves all the mysteries, and she got help from the doctor, right? Dr. Lecter or whatever the fuck. Like, she had to get help from him at the end. If this movie was remade, it would not go down like that. It would be some lesbian black woman who figures it out all her own. She kicks in doors and all that bullshit. Man, I saw that. I don't know what my wife was watching one day, but this one black lady character was like super cop. You know, she just knocked down the door in one kick and all this stupid nonsense. And it wasn't a parody at first. I thought, is this satire? What is this? Even with Silence of the Lambs, like, the way the characters were kind of interacting and kind of moving, it came off as so comical. Like, it looked like a fucking Saturday Night Live skit at some point. In some points, like, just fucking goofy as fuck. It's like, anybody here, if you haven't watched that movie, go watch it now and come back to this video and let me know what you think. All right, I'd rather have you watch it first before I give my opinion. That way I won't taint your perspective. I probably have already, but you know, it is what it is. But it's like almost 3 hours long, so I don't know. I don't think it's worth it, really. Some interesting shit in there though that I kind of want to get into. So kind of maybe surface level shit that I can't get too deep into, only because I didn't pay attention that much. So Clarice, this character, right? She's like, I wouldn't even, if I were to describe her, I would describe her as like a kindergarten thinking. Like, if Matt likes to say first grade thinking and all that, you know, K through 12 truthers. She would be preschool, like just a fucking dunce, like surface level fucking bullshit thinking. And that's the point, right? The writers did a terrific job. I think whoever wrote this movie was fucking brilliant. And I guarantee you it was probably some Silent Gen person, without looking it up. It's probably I get female vibes from the writing, but you never know. I'm not gonna bother looking it up. I might look it up. Let me look it up. Fuck it. I'm standing right here. Okay, I looked it up. It's a guy named Thomas Harris, and I was right. He's fucking Silent Gen. I nailed it. Nice. It's based on a book that came out in 1988, and there's an 88 again, by the way, but that's just how it goes. But I got Silent Gen vibes from it. The fucking creativity from the Silent Gen is spectacular. Good example, real quick, I'm going off on a tiny bit of a tangent. Glenn Vilppu, I think that's how you say his last name, Vilppu. Vilppo, or Ppu, I think. Vilppu. Anyway, he's a cartoonist, artist, animator, you know, slash whatever, creative person. He's a Silent Gen guy. He's like in his 80s, maybe his 90s now, since the last I heard of him. I think he's still alive, but he did animations for Warner Brothers and God knows who else, but he's like a classic kind of artist. Maybe I'll put pictures up, but Glenn Vilppu, like one of my, if I were to like say like my hero, right, or whatever, not my guru, but I think it's okay to say guru in this aspect, because this is about like a skill, like to say something like, oh, I admire this person because of their skill. That's how I would put it. I admire Glenn Vilppu like as an artist, because he's fucking fantastic when it comes to like traditional classical artists. And he's a Silent Gen, and the Silent Gen were just amazing creative people. And it comes out throughout this movie as well, where it's like, shit, whoever this motherfucker is who wrote this, like, golly, what the hell, where did you get your insight from? Because that's amazing. But so Clarice, supposed to be like, she's supposed to be kind of a dunce, right? A little kid feeling around in the dark, and that was the ending, kind of highlighted that. The ending, she's like literally in the dark feeling around, while Buffalo Bill, the main antagonist, I don't know, secondary antagonist, whatever, has the night vision goggles on, and he's like stalking her, right? Literally feeling in the dark, and that's her. That's to me, that's That's what's going on in her mind. She's feeling around in the dark, right? She's got no answers. She didn't really have her parents. Her mother died in the story. Her mother died at an early age. Then her father died when she was 10. She got passed around, by the government system that she's now working for. So the twistedness in that is goes without words. You know what I'm saying? Like, failed by the fucking foster system, this twisted foster system, and ends up working for the government anyway. It's fucking crazy if you think about it that way. So the interesting thing about Clarice and her relationship with Hannibal Lecter, it's like Hannibal doesn't like to, you know what, this is gonna sound crazy, and again, with me being presumptuous, right, where I really related to now really related to someone like Hannibal, not the cannibalism part obviously, or the murdering part, but getting into the heads of people and understanding people, like almost immediately. It caught my attention when he's like asking her about her childhood, right? And he's like, I want you to tell me about X, Y, and Z, about your past, and don't lie to me because I'll know. And that's me. I know when somebody's lying to me about anything, really. It's really fucking crazy, honestly. I can catch people in lies so easily now. Just knowing how people operate and what their modus operandi is. And it is funny that he's asking Clarice about her past, and she's like, when she was 10 years old, she ended up on a ranch as a foster child to this couple who owned a horse and lamb ranch, or horse and sheep ranch. And he's like, did you get basically essentially asking her, oh, did you get sodomized? Like, there's a joke in there. It's not a joke, okay? It's not a joke, but nowadays, looking back on it, people treat it as a joke, right? Kind of a meme, like, did you get violated? Did you get sodomized? And that's that's Lecter just kind of fucking with her, right? Getting into her head, trying to scare her, and he doing a fantastic job. Like, Anthony Hopkins is a fucking amazing actor, at least in that movie. Clarice too, she played it dumb, which she needed to be a stupid young idiot, which she did a great job, whoever that actress was. But he's like, and that would be me, like, first thing I would assume is that you probably got molested by a foster parent, which ended up, that wasn't the case at all. But he knew, as well as I did, not even seeing the movie yet, that obviously something traumatic happened to her on that ranch, which was her witnessing these lambs being slaughtered, and that's why it's called Silence of the Lambs, because she wants to silence the lambs because she doesn't like hearing them scream or whatever. And that's why she became an FBI agent for missing persons. That's the pun. Spoiler alert. Anyway, so this dynamic between Hannibal and Clarice is fascinating to me. All right, so the surface level thinking with Clarice is what kind of got my attention, because she really represents the normie to me, where it's like, Hannibal's a deep thinker, where he's like, it's not surface level, obviously. Most of y'all know this. Nothing is ever surface level. And it's always going to involve the parents in some way, and this kind of ties back to what I was talking about when it comes to Mother's Day. It's like, the first thing, like the riddle that Hannibal gave was like, people covet the first thing they see. I don't remember exactly what it said, but this applies to all people, in my opinion, not just Buffalo Bill, because they're trying to catch, Clarice is trying to catch Buffalo Bill, right? And she's using Lecter as like a proxy for information, right? And he has a riddle. It's like, the first thing that people covet, and he didn't say this part, but I'm going to say this part. It's like, the first thing they covet is what they see. And to me, it's the mother, which is the first thing I thought of when I saw this. Like, oh, it's the mother. But the movie can't go that direction, right? So the writer can't go in that direction, whoever wrote the book, because it's kind of weird. So they make up this stupid bullshit where it's like, oh, the first thing he saw was, like, this Clarice and this stupid girl, the first thing they saw was the first thing he saw, or the first person he got involved with, was some girl, right? Some overweight lady who he ended up murdering, one of his first victims or whatever. I think in the movie he tore her skin off or something like that, and that was his first victim, right? So they're trying to figure out in what way was Buffalo Bill involved with this lady? Like, who did this lady know? Clarice ends up finding out eventually, and that's how she solved Hannibal's riddle about the first thing he covets and blah blah blah. But to me, it's like the first thing people covet, the first thing people make a deal with, like a pact. The first thing they begin to worship, in other words, or make a deal with, is their mother, because that's the first thing they see. That's the first thing that happens to them. They get involved with their mother as soon as they're born. That goes for every human being. And the line that caught my interest as well was kind of a meme. I think Matt McKinley quotes this all the time, where he's like, when he's talking about the nut milk, right? He's like, what is the nut milk? What is its nature? And when he's talking about Buffalo Bill, it's like, what is his nature? And Clarice, with her kind of simple-minded thinking, goes, he murders women. And Lecter goes, no, that's incidental. Like, what's going on beyond that? There's something going on beyond that. It's not just about, on the surface level, it looks like he's just murdering women, but there's something else going on. And that's people. Like, what do they covet? They make a pact with their mothers, okay? And this Mother's Day thing is the perfect pitch perfect example of that phenomenon playing out, that fear. Because the mother instills fear into the children at a very early age. And this goes for all mothers. I don't care how nice your mommy was when you were a child. I don't care if you think she was an angel and she did nothing wrong, and your father was just an abuser or whatever. No, your mother was a monster. And the first thing she does is try to get you to her side, so that she can start building an army against whoever she needs to build it against. And you're going to find out, especially if you're the black sheep or if you're the scapegoat of your family, that your mother did that to you. And if you just question her, you'll find out really quick. I saw so many people today, Saturday, it's the day before Mother's Day, today, buying 2 sets of balloons, well, two big balloons, right, to give to their mommies. And I asked a few dudes, like, oh, you got 2 mothers? Kind of fucking with them, right? And they don't know what I'm about, so I can just say things like that and not have them get offended, right? They just think I'm saying a cheesy joke, and it kind of is. It's a cringe joke, right? I mean, a fucking cringe lord on purpose to mess with people, because I got to find entertainment somehow. So I asked a few people if they had 2 mothers, because it's like, why are you buying 2 big balloons, dude? Fucking grow a pair of balls. Jesus Christ. Like, if you're gonna buy her something, buy her a box of chocolates and call it a day. And just to shut her mouth, because I know she's gonna be all butthurt that you didn't get her anything for Mother's Day or whatever. And that's all it is. It's just fear. It's just the fear of not getting something for their mommies, you know? Oh, mommy's gonna yell at me or tell me something, or not give me a place to stay if I don't give her a box of chocolates. I already know how 90% of dudes, especially dudes, right? Especially men, and you know what, it goes for women too, especially like single moms. Like, oh my god, you want to know how many single moms get all this bullshit for their mommies because they need someone to take care of the children and watch the little children. That's all they fucking care about. This fucking dude. So they buy all this bullshit, right? As a covenant. This is a pact. This is like a sacrifice. This is an offering, right? Like frankincense and myrrh. What was the other thing? I forgot. The 3 wise men. It's the offering to the gods, right? It's the offering to God, to their new God, their new covenant. Like, what do they covet? What do they covet? They covet their mothers. They make a pact with their mommies. It's amazing, dude. Like, if y'all just take a step back and if you, I don't know, it's frustrating in a way because I see this pathology play out, right? And that's what it is. It's pathology. It's like making a deal with the devil. Like, it's this mommy worship is just so destructive. And like I said at the beginning, like, the consumerism is just an artifact of that. It's an artifact of fear. Like, capitalism and consumerism and events like Mother's Day and Valentine's Day and birthdays and all that, it's just driven by anxiety. It's driven by fear. There's no love in it at all. You're not buying a box of chocolates for your mommy because you love her. You're buying it for her because you're afraid of her. And you really need to cut the bullshit and tell her that. Tell her that. Say, hey, look, Mother's Day, forgive your mama day. Mother's Day is the perfect day to go forgive your mother. Be like, hey, I bought you a box of chocolates. I bought it for you not because I love you, because I'm afraid of you. Then they go, what? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? Nothing to be afraid of. Bullshit. It's like, they're going to give this fucking speech. They're going to hem and haw, about how X, Y, and Z happened to them and blah, blah, blah. I've heard it all before, okay? Holy shit, guys. Go do it. Try it. I dare you. I double dare you. I don't know what I'm going to name this video. Oh man, this is a video. This presentation, this is something I want to go. This is one of those weird, this is one of these presentations where I wanted to have like a weird amount of views, like out of nowhere, like 600 views just for no fucking reason. I think it was the Wizard of Oz presentation, kind of blew up for no reason. I think it was the, what was it? I forgot which one. Was it one of the Wizard of Oz presentations where I talked about Dorothy and her animus and her wanting to seek a home? That kind of blew up, sort of. It got like 600 views, like for no reason, like the first 2 days, and the algorithm just pushed it for some reason. To me, that's a boatload of views for what I do normally get. This presentation is one of those presentations I want to go in that direction and get like 30 comments of a bunch of assholes telling me that I'm wrong, or how they love their mommies, or some weird shit like that. That just so I can have some entertainment, because y'all motherfuckers are pathetic. Like all you motherfuckers who still worship your mothers, and you can't let go, and you gotta suckle on her teat just to make sure that you have a place to stay in case your wife kicks you out of your house. Like, Jesus Christ, man. The things you're willing to sacrifice just for a roof over your head is ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man. Like, you worship your mother. If you're worshiping your mother just so you'll have a roof over your head, I don't even know. Like, I'm speechless. I'm speechless because I see it so often. I'm not picking on anyone in particular here. It just gets me thinking, like, so many dudes, especially dudes. God, it's so prevalent. I don't know though, because it seems just as pathetic on the female side. Like I said, single moms still worshiping their mommies because they need a babysitter, right? So they can go work their pathetic fucking jobs and pretend to be a man or whatever. They gotta be nice to their moms, and meanwhile their moms are fucking cunts. Like, their mothers know, and they just pass that shit along, right? They end up turning out just like their mother, and then they pathologize everyone around them just because their mother did it to them. And the fucking cycle keeps going and going and going, and nobody gives a shit. Just keep traumatizing their kids, and nobody gives a shit. Nobody thinks about it. Nobody cares. Man, good example, real quick. Billy talked about, I don't mean to talk about Billy's business here, but he did make a video about this, where he spoke about his father-in-law. Like, his father-in-law uses his family, like, to his advantage. Like, he was trying to use Billy's own words, right? Trying to use Billy and use his son against him, and use his marriage against him, in order to be like, I got a son-in-law now, you're part of the tribe or part of the clan. That's fucking horseshit, man. And Billy knows this already, so I'm not really talking to him, but I'm just to give an example. Like, you're like, the word culture and the word tribe and the word family, like, they're such disgusting words to me now. Like, Like, it's just a means of control. Like, this motherfucker, Billy's father-in-law is just out to use people in any way he can, and then had the audacity to go, it's like, oh, you're part of the family now. What the fuck? Like, I don't blame. Like, I would have, like, I want to beat his ass. Like, I'm not even a violent person. Like, what a piece of shit. And the worst part about it, though, and I left a comment saying this, I was like, the worst part about this is that this one motherfucker, he's supposed to be a man, right? Acting like a female, using people around him, and setting them up for failure at the same time. He set his daughter up for failure. He's setting his grandson up for failure with this shitty behavior, all because he wants to have life on easy mode, right? He wants to have a little network of people he can control. And it's such fucking female, feminine, disgusting behavior. Like, that's female behavior, dude. Like, that makes me sick. Like, right? Honest to God, makes me sick. And when Billy was talking about it, I was like, oh God, like, I want to beat his ass. Like I said, not a violent person, but like, just a pussy, fucking pussy bitch, like Kirk likes to say. Anyway, I think that's all I got to say. This has been very kind of discombobulated, kind of rambling. We'll just call it that. Anyway, y'all take it easy. I'll probably post this on Mother's Day. Take it easy.